Hey guys, it's the Farmer, and I got another video here on Yemen. Probably the first map I played when I got Black Ops 2. But yeah, pretty good gameplay. Just threw my capture card on, rage quit a couple games before this, and started using a 3-round burst. Turned out pretty well. Let's get to the topic of the day. We're gonna be doing talking about some people in school and things you guys can probably relate to, and we'll see what else we kind of drift off into. Like a 10-minute video, something like that, so we have time. So there's a couple of these kids, not necessarily in my school. One of them is. I've talked about him in the previous video, the guy who got cheated on. If you haven't seen it, link in the description, and you can go check that out. Him and a friend, maybe a couple friends, they always go around and I consider them the cleanup crew or the cleanup crew or the janitors because they'll like go around and they'll like friend these people on Facebook, they'll like their profile pictures, chat them, and then meet up with them. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but the fact that they do it for one purpose and one purpose only is to get with them. And these guys aren't necessarily like the nicest people you meet or the most modest. They can be pretty. I don't even know how to explain it. They could just be. They're weird kids, and they only hang out with each other. They kind of block off anyone else. It's not like they won't talk to you, but they just won't want to talk to you, and I don't want to. I'll stay away from that. Not many people do. We all see them as the same people, and they go for these girls, and most of the time they're pretty ugly. I'm sorry for people who don't think there aren't ugly girls out there, and they're just kind of guys who are like, oh, all girls are beautiful, because I've seen some pretty freaking ugly girls in my day, and I'm not afraid to admit it. And the majority of these people that are listening to this right now are guys. So if you can't admit that there are ugly girls out there, then you're probably a queer. No offense. Queers are okay. I know a couple queers myself. Don't be offended. Yeah. Well, my seventh grade reading teacher, we were doing this probably maybe see the second week into seventh grade, which was 2 years ago. And I still remember it. We were doing a project. I hated my seventh grade reading teacher. She always puts on this like perspective that she's nice for the first month or something, and then she's mean, and she's just brutal, and she still acts nice, but what she does to people in a nice way is mean. So there was this one girl who actually like burned her hand. She's like, "Oh, my hand hurts so bad." Like she burned it the day before. She's like, "Oh, you'll be fine. Just sit back down." Another teacher came in, and she told the other teacher. And he's like, "Oh crap, you gotta go to the nurse." And she ended up getting it bandaged up. It was pretty bad, but yeah, she's a stupid teacher, and thinks she's funny and everything. I hate people like that. And the seventh grade teacher, she gave us a project like 2 weeks into school, and she wanted us to write stuff down if appearance does count or if it doesn't count when people care for you. And basically the moral she was teaching us is that appearance, if you are ugly, people won't want to approach you. And I'm thinking this teacher is out of her mind because she is teaching kids who just came out of elementary school, and she's telling them that if you're ugly, people won't like you. And I'm thinking, is this bitch crazy? Because you're gonna make some people really scared, really like lower their self-esteem. Beginning of middle school, people are like, "Oh my god, I gotta do my hair." So many guys, oh my god, and some ugly girls are probably doing the same thing and just done. They're gonna go lesbian because of that. And this teacher, she gave us a test on it. She actually tested us, and she said if appearance does count and it doesn't count. And I said it doesn't count. You know why? Because I hated that teacher, and I knew she was wrong in the way that appearance doesn't count in the way I act, because I'll approach someone even if they're not like amazing looking. Obviously, not everyone's like that, and even somebody who are a little bit uglier. And sorry, I don't mean to say it in a mean way, but yes, there are ugly people. And, I'll get to know them, see if I have things in common. And if I do, talk to them, just be a friend. And she's basically saying if they're ugly, no one's going to be a friend. So, yeah. Some of you guys have ever run into any problems like that, or stories? Got any things to say? Just wrecking some noobs in this gameplay. Alright, so, let's see what else we got to talk here. Going through my list. Lista de vocabulario. And I see... Alright, so, today in Spanish class, I love Spanish, and, it's really easy. Last year I had a terrible teacher, and she taught me nothing. This year my teachers taught me pretty much everything I should have learned, so I kind of want to go back and learn that vocab because I'm pretty good at Spanish, and I didn't learn anything the previous year. So, today in Spanish class we had partners, and there's this one girl. In every class there's just one person who nobody wants to talk to, or be friends with, or not be friends with, but like, everyone's like, please don't let me be with this person, please don't let me be this person. You get them. Calling out index cards or whatever. So, like, you pull names out of a hat and that's what you get. And, I was hoping it wouldn't happen. First, my teacher picks groups of 3. Name, 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 name. Me, my friend Sam, and this girl. I'm not even gonna say her name. And I get in a group with her, and I'm like, alright Sam, it's just you and me, it's not her. Just you and me. We're in this together. We're gonna protect ourselves. So, yeah, we did that, and then it kind of worked out. She's a spaz. She's a little bit of a spaz. She started reading the sentences, and I'm like, it was like a fill in the blank question. She just started reading the sentences, and I was like, you just say the blank, right? And she's like, oh my God, chill out, you're so mean. So I'm just like, chill out, dude. And I'm sorry, I'm just losing my train of thought. Okay, so after the group thing was done, we had to go sit down and do whatever projects again, and she had to pick groups of 2s now, and I'm thinking, great, I'm probably gonna get this girl. Just please don't let me be with her. Please don't let me be with her. And yes, I got in the group with her. So I'm like, you know what, I'm just gonna deal with this. And during my day, I write down video ideas if something pops up in my head, and I'll write it down in my notes on my iPhone. And I'm actually like reading off of some of the things to bring up ideas. And I started writing something down because I had a really good idea. And I pull out my phone like right when we get to in groups, and she's like, "Put your phone away." I'm like, hold on. She's like, "No, don't hold on." I'm like, "What?" She's like, "No, put it away or else I'm gonna tell a teacher." I'm like, dude, chill. And I just ended up finishing up my sentence and pocketing my phone. And I go back to my group, and they're like, "What was that all about? I heard that girl freaking out at you." And I was like, "Don't even bother, dude. That's just how she is." I bet all of you guys have people like that in your classes, that are just the people that you don't want to be partners with. There's always that one person that's always like really obnoxious or like really annoying. Everyone's like, "Oh my God." And right when that name gets called out, say it's like my name and that girl's name, everyone's like, "Oh, Jamie, you're gonna be in a group with her. Oh my God, she's so annoying." I'm like, guys, don't make it any worse than it really is. I know how bad she is. So I'm just gonna do my work and go back to my seat and not have any problems. I'm gonna try and avoid not talking and not starting a conversation, because we know where that can go. So, tell me if you guys have ever, you know, stories about those annoying people in your classes that you get partnered up with, what happens to them, projects, maybe a big project you had to do with them, go over each other's houses, Skype, something. And, I bet there's a couple good ones out there. Maybe I'll share in the next video, if I even get enough viewers. Jesus. I'm just trying like a normal YouTuber trying to grow. So, yeah, Spanish class, lunch. Let me think about lunch. Lunch can be pretty fun. That one kid who, sorry, my mic just fell out. That one kid who, his girl broke up with him, he sits with us at lunch. He's kind of annoying, but, you know, we deal with him. So, I got some pretty good lunch stories for you guys, and I'll tell you guys some stuff in the upcoming video. And just remember to like is much appreciated. Press that like button down there. Comment, please comment your opinions, stuff that I already told you. and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later. So enjoy the rest of this gameplay, and don't forget to come to the next video because there'll be more stuff to enjoy. Peace out.
In the air, but they fell to the ground, there was nothing there. You said you'd never get so close again.